I'm pretty sure that even you found yourself at some point of your life in front of the mirror thinking, who am I? Don't you think it's something silly looking at yourself in the mirror? If I think about who am I the body or am I what's inside the body? Because I could switch body, I could have a completely different body right now, but I would still be the same. So the body is not who am I. So why am I watching myself in the mirror? Trying to understand who am I. But the point is, we are not someone settled. We can choose who we want to be. Who do I want to be? When I look at myself in the mirror, that's what I should ask myself. Have you ever heard of the saying, the clothes don't make the priest? Or something like that. In every language is translated a bit different. Meaning that whatever you're wearing doesn't represent you. If you wear priest clothes, you are not automatically becoming a priest. And that is true to some extent, but it's also not true. Let's say I was born with a scar on my face, or maybe I got it during my childhood. And then growing up, I become bald. I have no hair. I become bald with a scar on my face. What's gonna happen to this poor soul that finds himself in this situation? He probably likes dancing classical music and drinking tea. But because everybody sees him in a certain way, everybody sees him as the tough guy that you shouldn't mess with, the guy that listens to rock and fights all the time, that guy is gonna think, maybe I am that guy. And then he's gonna start acting and taking that position that people is imposing onto him. So the poor guy that likes dancing as a ballerina ends up like a street fighter. And that's why the clothes actually make the priest. There is actual power behind it. You can control the outcome of your situation. You can control your body. For example, let me give you a specific example. And when I go to run, there is some moments in which I don't have any more power. I'm exhausted and I just want to stop. And what do? I start thinking by myself, who am I? I'm the man, I'm the runner, I'm the strong guy. I never give up. And I start repeating it onto myself and believing it to the point that my body starts to get adrenaline everywhere and I don't even feel the pain, I don't even feel the breath. I just run without thinking about it. And that's the power of identity shifting. If you want to become a soccer player, if you want to become a fighter, if you want to become a chess player, you have to believe into the identity you want to become. You have to believe that you are that character before becoming it. It's hard, I know, it's not easy. It takes a lot of time and practice because we are conditioned. Since we are kids, we grow up and our parents, our friends tell us who we are, but nobody knows better than me who am I. Because I'm not someone. I change every day, every second. Maybe right now I'm sitting here and I have the identity of the YouTuber. But then in 5 minutes, my sister is gonna come out and be like, hey, this guy messed with me, come tell him something. And I'm gonna have the identity of the big bro that's gonna go and beat up the kids. That's what I'm saying. You can shift it and you can choose. And if you choose a bad identity, as well as you can gain power, you can lose them. If you feel of yourself as less, if you feel as yourself as weak, you're not gonna have the power. Let's say that you want to be successful. You want something more in your life, but you don't believe in yourself. You don't believe that that identity could be you. In that case, you're lowering the chances that you're actually gonna make it. If you want to make it, you have to believe that you can, because that's the highest chances you can get. If you believe in yourself. Think about it. If you want to get to an outcome, if I want to beat someone in a race, do I have more chances if I believe I can or if I don't believe I can? And I'm not saying, oh yeah, I believe in myself, and then subconsciously you think, oh, I'm gonna lose. You act like you actually are gonna lose. You start thinking of a plan B and what you're gonna do after you actually lose. And that's how visualization and manifestation work. You have to be completely confident of your capabilities. You have to be confident that that's gonna be the outcome. No second thoughts. And yes, sometimes you're gonna find yourself thinking less of yourself because it's a process. It's not like a switch. You're gonna need to work on it. But every time you fall back onto those beliefs, those limiting beliefs, just get back on track. Remember that it's all in your head, you're not actually who you think you are. You could be anybody you want. Every second you're someone different. Don't let identities control you, but instead control them. Use it to gain power. Switch. Believe in yourself. And when someone else around you doesn't believe in you, don't let them limit you. When someone tells you what you can and what you cannot do, they're not actually telling you your limit, they are telling you their limit. If I say you cannot run 20 miles, I'm not saying that you don't have the capability. I'm saying I don't have the capabilities, therefore I'm gonna think of you less than me because of their ego. I always say how bad is the ego, but if you can understand it and control it, it's actually something powerful. Yesterday I was actually thinking, if someone came to me and offered me $1 billion or whatever amount of money they choose, and they told me, if you get this money, you're gonna achieve your goal of success, but at the same time, you're gonna need to work for the rest of your life, a 9 to 5, and not live following your purpose, I would say no. I'd rather not make it, but live my life the way I want to live it, pursuing my soul desires. If you have an identity built around your name and you don't like it, just get rid of it. The moment you give up, you feel like in heaven. You feel free. But until you're gonna do that, you're gonna suffer. That's gonna be your hell, your karmic cycle. When I lost weight and I actually got to see my abs perfectly for the first time, it was thanks to the identity shift. I was so tired of being fat. I'm not this identity. I don't want to live this character in this life. I choose to be someone else. And then I started thinking of myself with 100% confidence that I'm gonna become that character. And I did. Every time that I would go to exercise, to run, to train, I would sabotage. I didn't know, but I was compensating. Whatever gain I would get, I would compensate with some loss. I would train and then I would eat junk food thinking I deserve it. But this way, I'm just balancing, I'm never changing. So I realized if I want to gain something, if I want to change my body, I need to stop compensating, I need to stop sabotaging. And you may not want to achieve a body, you may want to achieve something else, but because of the identity you have of yourself, and you keep holding on to it, you keep sabotaging until you're tired of it, until you say, no more, I don't want to be that character, I want to be someone else. And then you become that someone else.